developing my own black and white film for the first time, and I'm super nervous. I've watched like a million videos about it, and I feel confident, and at the same time I'm just like, something's gonna go wrong, so hopefully everything goes all right. Whoa, okay. My negatives are purple. The images are there, but okay, so apparently I need to fix it further. I didn't fix it for long enough, or maybe I didn't put enough fixer in there. Time to fix again. Okay, so my negatives are still a little bit purple, but not as much. It looks like there are images on there. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, everything looks alright. This is awesome. Oh, there's one photo of this girl that I took that I knew I had the wrong settings on, and she's barely on there. Oh, what a bummer. She was so nice. My first time developing black and white film went like a lot of other people's, good, but not perfect. Because I didn't fix my film for long enough. And for those of you who aren't as familiar with developing your own film, fixing is one of the last steps in the process, which basically at a 5th grade level removes any of the remaining chemicals from the negative that would otherwise make it cloudy in the future. It makes sure that the film is going to last way longer and look good. What I didn't realize about Kodak T-Max films is that they need longer fixing time. So I used an app that told me to fix it for 3 minutes, when in reality I should have been doing it for 5 to 8 minutes. It is possible that I diluted my fixer a little bit too much water for the powder that I got, but more likely it's that I didn't fix it for long enough or didn't agitate strongly enough. But here are the photos that I got. When I went back to refix my film, I forgot to do the last step where I went through with photo flow, which makes sure that film doesn't turn out splotchy. So I'm gonna go in reverse order here because these final 2 images on my roll were super splotchy. I mean, so much so that I didn't even want to try fixing them in Photoshop. It's kind of a reminder that this was my first roll I developed on my own. I'll also show you these 2 photos that were in the middle. This is part of the series that I've been doing where I've been talking to strangers here in Chicago and asking them to give themselves advice if they could go back in time and give their younger selves advice. For some reason, I accidentally turned the aperture dial to f32 instead of f4. I have no idea how I did that, and her photos just came out wildly underexposed. That's okay, these things happen. But the rest of these people are all people who I talked to and asked them to give their younger selves advice, and they gave some really amazing, insightful, and heartfelt pieces of advice to themselves. I will turn one of their stories into a video, which you'll see very soon, and the rest of them will either be up on my website or will be part of, if I turn this into a book at some point, it'll be part of that. But for those of you thinking about developing your film for the first time, there's a little bit of investment to get the equipment, but if you can afford that, I highly recommend it. I can't tell you how satisfied I felt when I took my film out of the Patterson tank and saw my photos that I developed versus getting them in the mail and seeing them that way. There's just an extra piece of satisfaction when you do it yourself. But I hope you enjoyed this first little video, seeing how my first role that I developed myself turned out, and I would highly recommend that you check out my series about asking strangers to give themselves advice. It's really moving. You never know when you're gonna watch it and you're gonna hear something that you really needed to hear. And I have so many more of these coming in the future. It'll be a whole big series and I think you'll love it. Until next time, see you in the next video.